Is everyone all set? Everyone good? All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I'm Brian Britton. I'm the Director of Media Relations for the Tigers. And at this point, I'm going to bring up our President, CEO, and General Manager, David Dombrowski, to issue a comment on behalf of the organization. Dave will take questions from you all after Miguel has spoken and after he has taken questions. So at this point, Dave is going to make a comment.
Thanks, Brian, and good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for coming out. I think, first of all, you've all received a statement from Major League Baseball about the commissioner's comments, and if you have not received one, you can get one from Brian here from the Media Relations Department. The Tigers were very happy to have Miguel back in camp with us. He will resume activities full-time with us tomorrow. We have been involved in conversations with the Commissioner's office, and in turn they have been involved with conversations with the Players Association and the doctors in arranging this program to move forward. We totally support the program. It's a program that they have put into effect, but that we will assist in making work. There's been complete cooperation by Miguel and everybody else involved. So we're in a position where we're very happy to have him back, but we're also committed to making this program work for him, for the organization, and for Major League Baseball. I do want to mention that once Miguel comes up, please be understanding. He is going to speak to you. He'll answer some questions. He's going to do a lot of his conference in Spanish, and part of that is because of his comfortable nature in speaking in such an important matter. And I think and Al Avila will be here, and he'll of course interpret, unless you don't need the interpretation with some of you. But I think in that case, most of the people will need it here. I think there's very few people that are just perfectly bilingual. So Al will do it. He'll say a few words in English, but in this case it's important because there's also some legalese that's involved. So Brian?
Thanks, Dave. At this point, Miguel is going to come up. He's going to begin with making a statement in English, and then he's going to also do one in Spanish, and at that point then we'll open it up to questions for Miguel.
So hi to everybody. First of all, I want to apologize to everybody. I want to apologize to my teammates, to my fans, to my families, to the owner, to the Detroit Tigers, to the teams. This is very important to me. That's why I want to speak Spanish, because I don't want to make any mistake with my language. So when I say in Spanish, it's going to be translation.
I just want to say that I'm very sorry for what I've done. I want to apologize to all my teammates, my owner, my family, my friends, and everybody that I let down. I've worked very hard for a period of time in overcoming this, and I just want to get back and play and have everybody forgive me, and I ask for forgiveness. I'm very sorry, and I want to apologize to the policemen for that night. I acted in a bad way, and I hope that they forgive me. I'm very sorry for what I did, and I also thank them for the way they handled everything, because at the end it came out to be the best way. I believe in the American justice system, and that it'll take its course, and I believe that at the end things will be cleared up, and I will be good. I also want to regain my reputation. I will work hard to regain that respect and my reputation, and I'm just going to get back to baseball and work hard and continue my career.
Okay. At this point, we're going to move into the question and answer. But quick before we do that, I also did want to just point out that we're also joined today by one of Miguel's representatives, Fernando Cuza, as well. So if you did at some point have a question for him, I'm sure he could answer that as well. So, but at this point, we'll go into questions. So, Lynn?
Miguel, what can you tell us about that night and about the situation and the circumstances that led up to it?
He says that he was on his way to Lakeland. Obviously, what happened, but he cannot really at this point say anything because obviously it's still a legal matter.
Steve?
Miguel, last year
when we talked to you during the season, you said, I have it under control. You know, it's really working well. When did you start drinking again? El año pasado, it was, you know, it was just one bad decision on my part. I continue with my treatment. I will continue to see the doctors and follow what their recommendations are. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. That is this one time, but I will continue my treatment. I will follow everything that the doctors have told me to do, or are going to tell me to do.
Miguel, about the car, how did it break down? Can you tell us at least a little bit about those events?
Well, he said that he hadn't used the car in about 3 to 4 months. He was actually going to ship it to Venezuela for, I guess, to some relatives. Unfortunately, when it just broke down. So it's a car. It's an older car. He hadn't used it for a long time, and then he figured I'll bring it to Lakeland, and maybe here I'll get it looked at. But
what kind of car, if you could explain?
Land Rover Negra.
Land Rover.
What year?
205.
Thank you.
Miguel, Josh Hamilton has someone with him all the time to make sure he doesn't have a relapse. What are the chances you will take that step?
He says that he is going to follow everything that the doctors tell him to do. That is one thing that that we're looking at. We're actually right now looking at who could be that person. So yes, that's something that's in the works.
At what point did you say to yourself, "Oh no, what have I just done"?
Oh, every day.
Miguel, in the statement by Major League Baseball, they use the word addiction. And Dave, when he talked to us the other day, used words like addiction and alcoholism. That's been something that you've been reluctant to say in the past, describe you. Are you now ready to say that?
He says that he's not a doctor. He's not really able to tell you whether he is or not. What he says is the doctors of Major League Baseball that examine him, that talk to him, that evaluate him, those are the ones that would know best how to answer that.